The Obsidian Club froze. The air became heavy, suffocating. Maya looked down, her heart dropping into her stomach. Red wine was soaking into the charcoal gray trousers of Killian Vane. He sat there motionless, like a statue carved from shadows. I'm sorry, Maya whispered, her voice tight. She reached out with a cloth, her hands trembling. It was an accident. Sorry? Killian's voice was a low, dangerous silk. You've just ruined a suit that cost more than your life, little waitress. A simple sorry doesn't cover the debt. He leaned in closer, his breath cold against her skin. I think I'll take something else from you instead. Something personal. I don't owe you anything but a dry cleaning bill, Maya snapped, her hazel eyes flaring with a fierce, unexpected fire. And if you think your money gives you the right to touch me or threaten me, you're mistaken. I am not afraid of you. The entire club gasped. No one spoke to Killian Vane like that. No one. Killian turned to his head of security, his eyes never leaving Maya's face. The obsession was born in that heartbeat. He didn't want her apology anymore. He wanted her spirit. Arthur, Killian commanded, his voice echoing through the silent room. This woman is coming with me. This stain won't be washed away until she is under my roof, where I can keep a very close eye on her. You said you aren't afraid, he whispered. Let's see how long that lasts. Killian Vane didn't just want Maya. He wanted her erased from the world so he could rewrite her story. In 48 hours, Mia's life turned into a wreckage. Her shift at the Obsidian Club, terminated without explanation. Her apartment, bought by a shell company and marked for demolition. Even the hospital where her mother was receiving treatment suddenly called. There was an administrative error with her insurance. Mia stood in the rain outside the hospital, her knuckles white as she gripped her phone. She knew who it was. The stain wasn't just on his suit. It was on her soul now. You're a hard woman to help, Maya, Killian said, his voice cutting through the sound of the rain. Help? Maya snapped, stepping toward the car. You destroyed my life in 2 days. You're a monster. Killian finally looked up. His obsidian eyes were darker than the stormy sky. I didn't destroy it. I simply cleared the clutter. You have no job, no home, and your mother's doctors are waiting for a signature to continue her care. My signature. He opened the car door. The interior smelled of expensive leather and cold intent. Come inside. Let's discuss your new employment. The mansion, Vane Manor. Vane Manor wasn't a home. It was a fortress of black glass and cold marble. As the heavy iron gates hissed shut behind them, Maya felt the air change. It was thin, expensive, and suffocating. Your role is simple, Killian said as they walked through the echoing grand hall. You are my personal assistant. You eat when I eat. You move when I move. You belong where I can see you. And the price for my mother's life? Maya asked, her voice cold. Killian stopped, turning to her. He reached out, his thumb tracing the line of her jaw with a possessive, lingering touch. Your total obedience. Don't test me, Maya. I've spent a decade getting exactly what I want. You won't be the exception. Maya didn't cry. She began to search. If Killian was obsessed with her, there was a reason. Men like him didn't fall for waitresses because of a spilled drink. There was a why. She waited until the mansion fell into a deathly silence. Avoiding the glowing red eyes of the security cameras, she slipped into the east wing. The only part of the house Killian told her was forbidden. Her heart stopped. Inside was a leather-bound journal and a single, high-definition photograph. Maya's breath caught in her throat. She stared at the woman in the photo. It wasn't just a resemblance. The woman was wearing a pale blue silk dress, the exact same dress Maya had found in her new closet. The woman had the same hazel eyes, the same small mole near her lip, the same defiant tilt of her head. But it wasn't Maya. "Elena," Maya whispered. She had never known she had a sister. Her mother had never mentioned a twin. But as she turned the page of the journal, she saw a newspaper clipping hidden inside. Headline: Socialite. Elena, Vane declared dead after tragic fall. Body never recovered. She had a habit of looking into things she wasn't supposed to, as well. Killian was standing in the doorway, his silhouette blocking the light from the hallway. He wasn't angry. He looked satisfied, like a predator watching his prey finally walk into the center of the web. You look so much like her when you're terrified," Killian whispered, stepping into the room. "But there's one difference, Maya." He took the photo from her trembling fingers and tore it in half. "I let her die. I won't make that mistake with you." Maya didn't wake up in the silk sheets of the guest suite. She woke up on a cold, white leather chaise lounge. The walls were glass, transparent, merciless. Outside the glass, the room was vast and draped in shadows, but inside, the lights were blindingly white. There were no doors, only a seamless slide of reinforced paneling. On a mannequin in the corner sat a dress, the exact pale blue silk dress from the photograph of Elena. "She loved that color," Killian's voice echoed. "It matched the bruises I never gave her." Maya stood up, her legs shaking. "Where am I? Killian, let me out." "You're in the only place where you can't lie to me," Killian whispered, his hand pressing against the glass. "You thought you were a genius, didn't you, Maya? A waitress who happens to have the exact DNA of my late wife? You're a girl who accidentally spills a drink on the one man who would pay millions to see that face again?" He leaned in, his breath fogging the glass. "Tell me, where is she?" Maya froze. "I don't know what you're talking about. I didn't even know she existed until yesterday." "Liar," Killian growled. The glass vibrated with his voice. "Elena didn't die in that fall. She was a thief. She stole something from me. A ledger containing the names of every silent partner in the Bluestone group. She vanished, and 3 months later, you appear. You're the Trojan horse, aren't you? She sent you here to finish what she started." "I've been watching you for 6 months, Maya," Killian said, his voice dropping to a chilling murmur. "I waited for you to make your move. And that night at the club, I didn't notice you because you spilled a drink. I noticed you because you were wearing her perfume." Maya felt the blood drain from her face. The perfume. A small, unmarked bottle her mother had given her for her birthday. Her mother, who claimed she had no other children. "Put on the dress," Killian commanded. "Every day you refuse to tell me where Elena is, your mother's medicine gets diluted. By next week, she won't even remember your name." The psychological horror. The next 3 days were a blur of mental torture. Killian didn't touch her, but he was always there. He watched her sleep. He watched her eat. He forced her to reenact scenes from Elena's life. Smile like her. Walk like she did. Say my name the way she used to. Maya was breaking. But in the silence of the third night, she noticed something. A small flicker in the corner of the glass room. A microscopic LED light that shouldn't have been there. Safe house. Her heart leaped. Someone was bypassing Killian's legendary security. The handwriting matched the journal. Elena wasn't dead. She was watching, and she was using Maya as bait for a much bigger game. Suddenly, the lights in the glass room turned red. An alarm blared. The glass panel slid open. Killian stepped in, his face contorted in a way Maya hadn't seen before. He wasn't cold anymore. He was livid. He grabbed her by the throat, pinning her against the glass. "She's here," Killian hissed, his obsidian eyes wild. "She just breached the perimeter. Did you think you could play me? Did you think the two of you could take down the Obsidian King?" He pulled a small, silver locket from his pocket, the one Maya had seen in the photo. He jammed it into her hand, his grip crushing her fingers. "She's coming for this," he whispered, his face inches from hers. "But she's going to find a corpse instead." The anniversary dinner wasn't for Maya. It was for a ghost. Killian sat across from Maya, who was wearing the pale blue silk dress. The room smelled of expensive lilies, the flowers of death. On the table sat a silver locket, glowing under the chandelier. "Do you know why I never killed her, Maya?" Killian asked, his voice a low, vibrating growl. "Because she was the only thing I couldn't own. And now, I have her back, through you." "You don't have anything, Killian," Maya whispered. "You have a house full of sensors and a heart full of shadows. You think you're testing me? You think you're breaking me?" She leaned forward, her hazel eyes turning into flint. "I've been testing you." Killian stood up, his chair screeching against the marble. "Arthur. Status." Silence. The radio crackled with static. "Arthur is gone," Maya said, her voice steady. "And the medicine you've been giving my mother? I switched it a week ago. She's safe, Killian. She's already across the border." "The wine?" Killian gasped, his obsidian eyes wide with shock. "The same paralyzing drug you used on Elena," Maya said, standing up and walking around the table. "I'm a waitress, remember? I know exactly how to serve a drink without the guest noticing a thing." "You thought I was the bait," Maya whispered, leaning into his ear. "But Elena and we've been planning this since the night I accidentally spilled that wine. Every camera you installed, every room you locked. We used your own security to hack your offshore accounts." The door to the dining hall swung open. A woman stepped in. She was drenched in rain, wearing a black tactical suit. She looked exactly like Maya, but her eyes were cold, professional. Elena. "Is it done?" Elena asked, not even looking at her husband. 99%, Maya replied, looking at the laptop on the table. "His empire is being liquidated as we speak. Every crime, every bribe, every cent. It's going to the authorities." "The contract is over, Killian," Maya said. She walked to the door, joining her sister. They looked like two sides of the same deadly coin. Elena looked back at Killian one last time, a ghost of a smile on her face. "You always said you wanted us both under your roof," Elena whispered. "Be careful what you wish for." 6 months later, the Vane Empire was gone. Killian was behind bars, or so the world thought. A waiter approached Maya, placing a small parcel on her table. "For you, mademoiselle." Maya opened it. Her heart stopped. Inside was her old, tarnished waitress pin, and a small handwritten note in elegant, sharp calligraphy. "You forgot Clause 1. I never let go of what is mine. See you soon, Maya." They thought they escaped the predator, but some traps are built to last a lifetime. Maya and Elena played a dangerous game, but did they underestimate the man who built the board? What would you do if you realized your billionaire lover was actually your sister's captor? And more importantly, do you think Killian is really back? Or is Maya losing her mind? If you want to see the next cycle, the Mafia's silent witness, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. You don't want to miss how this ends. Question of the day. Should Maya have stayed and finished Killian, or was running the right choice? Let me know in the comments below. Stay tuned, and the real mystery is just beginning.